Hey McKenna, and hello lovelies. The camera shouldn't shake right now because I currently have you on a tripod, we'll say. It's still on the mirror, but it's stacked on like a bunch of books, and I have this little ottoman thing that like holds blankets that I've shown you before. It's like the wood thing with the little like cushion in the middle. And it's all like raised up, and yeah, it's working though because the camera's not shaking when I move on the bed, so this is how I move. Anyway, currently wearing my Panic at the Disco sweatshirt. I freaking love it so much. And McKenna, you're snapping me because you were just like singing along. I don't know if you were like gonna get mad that I admit that, but like that's what Snapchat is for, because like no one else sees it but like you and I, you know what I mean? Unless I put them on my story, and then it's just so uncomfortable because then I realize later on that I put it on my story and I'm like, oh my god, everybody saw that, not just McKenna, what? Anyway, that actually happened. I'm like in such a hyper mood right now because I don't want to do homework, but I am about to work on chemistry for real because I've been working on like the one chapter, but we're on the second chapter that I need to work on. And yeah, like I have two that I need to be studying. Does that make sense? Yeah. I'm like behind in like the practice problems, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Like I'm a chapter behind, but I like obviously know all the stuff because he taught it to us, but I know of it. I don't know all of it. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm gonna tell you the crazy story about what happened today. Also, I'm like sitting back here because like I just said, the tripod is like further away, and I can't, like, there's no way for me to have the like phone on the bed without it being shaky. So I figured for this one I'm just gonna do this, and you can just see some of my posters and craziness on my walls, and then I'm like leaving that little blank spot for when I need words. That's why I'm like off center. I know it's annoying, but I mean, don't you want to read the captions, you know? Like sometimes I'm kind of funny in those. Not really. Anyway, I actually currently have a poster that's falling off of my wall that's kind of annoying. Most of them I have nailed into the wall, or like hanging on like a nail or a pin. What do you call those? A straight pin. Yeah. Most of them are like with straight pins, but some of them have like a really thick nail because like they're heavy. But the one up there, I couldn't get the nails into the top of it because like I think there's a beam right there, like behind the drywall, and the nail just like would not go in. So I have it poster puttied at the top, and the poster putty is currently falling, and I'm like staring at it, and I've been staring at it for like, not been staring at it, but I've like noticed it for the past 2 days. I just gotta get on a chair and get up there because it's like kind of high up and I'm kind of short. Anywho, so to tell you about today, I went down to my college because I had a meeting with an advisor to sign up for the dental hygiene program, and she told me I could have signed up a year and a half ago when I had 2 of my biology classes completed. I was like, oh my god, are you serious? And it might have even been 2 years ago. I don't even remember when I did biology. That's how long ago it was. I was taking my precious time apparently getting all the prereqs done. I don't know. Anywho, and I was like, I did not know that. I was never made aware because no one ever told me. Like none of the counselors ever told me. And she was kind of mad at like the one counselor I had for the scholarship, but I was like, that's not his job. He's like not specialty in dental hygiene. He's just like takes care of the scholarships and then the honors college stuff. Like why would he even know about that? And she seemed like she was gonna email him and like tear him a new one. And I was like, oh, how about you tear a new one to the original freaking lady that helped me, who's a dental hygienist and also a counselor, or advisor. I keep using those words interchangeably and they're not the same thing, but whatever. So I met with her, and then during our meeting there was a fire drill, so I had to walk outside with her, and that was really awkward. And like all the people in the office were like besties, which was cute because they were all like making jokes and stuff. They're like, do we really have to go out? And I'm like, why? I really hate when people complain about like drills, because if it was the real thing, wouldn't you want to know what to do? Plus, I love fire drills when I was in school. Like, they still do them in college, but I haven't had one other than today that I've experienced like during class, you know what I mean? Where like you get to get interrupted and it's so great. But no, like for real, it just depends. Like they're supposed to do them way more often than they do, but they typically do them in the morning, and if you have like an afternoon class, like you never really get interrupted by them, but which is good and bad. But I mean, the professors do know what to do if there was a fire, but I don't know, I just like the protocol, because obviously it's like a requirement, and I like knowing where to go, you know what I mean? Because like in some of the buildings there's like doors everywhere, and like they all lead to like different spots, and some of them lead to like this little, like, I don't know what you'd call it, like a commons area, I guess. And obviously you wouldn't want to be there because it's like right by the building, and yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. There's like one building that has like a little pit thing, and it's like an outside thing, but it's way too close to the building if it were to be on fire. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, So to the point, they were all like, oh my gosh, you have a student? She's like, yeah. And they're like, oh, you should just stay inside. And she's like, I'd get fired. But yeah, because obviously they have to, fired. I didn't even mean the pun. But anyway, obviously they have to, like, you know, do the fire drill if there is one. Like, go outside, I mean, like, follow the rules. Anyways, so we were talking for a while, and then she's like, okay, the only other thing that you need in order to, like, sign up, because she's like, I signed the paper, but I had to go, like, deliver it to the lady who's the coordinator of the program, and I went to this other building, which is, like, all the way across campus, and it was raining, which, when it rains, and it, like, I mean, I did straighten my hair today, but, like, when it rains, it doesn't really bug me unless it's, like, thunder and lightning, then that's scary. But anyway, I don't know, like, the rain just didn't bug me. It just was, like, nice out today, and I was like, alright. I mean, nice out in terms of, like, not being freezing cold. Rain isn't technically nice, but I don't know. Sometimes when it rains, I get, like, sad, but other times I'm like, let's jump in puddles, you know? It just depends on the day. And plus I was so, like, focused on, like, getting my application there to be like, let's get the ball rolling. And she told me because of my GPA and everything that I might be able to get into the program this summer. So I was like, oh Lord, I wasn't expecting you to say that, but if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I mean, I really hope I do. I don't know. It's full right now, but like basically if somebody fails, then I get in. So yeah. Not that I'm like banking on someone to fail, but you know, if you're not ready, you're not ready, right? But anywho, showed me my GPA was great, that I need to get my high school transcript, and then I could like go give him the thing. So what I did is I walked over the building. I had like this green folder with like the application, like all of my past like classes and my like GPA for each semester in each class, if that makes sense. Like my, yeah, grade point. You know what it stands for. Like the grade that I received in each class and like the full GPA for each semester. That's what I'm trying to say. This is still kind of shaking, isn't it? I can't tell if it's the bed shaking or the camera, phone, or both. It's probably both. Anyway, or if I'm just shaking. Anyway, at least I'm not panicking. Anyway, at the disco. I am so pumped to go see them. Girl, you have no idea. Anywho, also, when is this going up? I just posted Tuesdays. This is going up Thursday. So, I'm hoping to get the tickets. I'm not telling you when they're going on pre-sale because I don't want anyone else to beat me out. So anyway, but, like of the spot. Anywho. So, I don't know what else I was going to say. There's something else. Oh, yeah. So, I take the green folder and I, like, walked all the way to the other building. I talked to this, like, student worker. And I was like, is this lady's mailbox even here? I don't know if I have the right room. Because, like, I've been in this building before. But, like, I didn't even know this office was here. And he's like, yeah, let me check. So, he, like, looked for her name. He's like, yeah, it's right here. I'm going to put it in there for you. Because, like, I wasn't allowed to do it. Because apparently he gets paid to do that. Whatever. And he was super nice, though. I felt so bad. Because I was like, I feel like an idiot freshman. But whatever. I mean, I guess everyone in college kind of doesn't know, though, you know? Literally my entire class is, like, so confused on, like, what to do to get into the program. Because a lot of the people in my chemistry class are going into the dental hygiene program eventually. A lot of them aren't going to get in this year because, like, it's full, and now there's a wait list, and it's competitive, so, yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry I'm chewing gum. I really, like, I just got gum at the store, and I, like, needed it. Because I just love chewing on gum so much. Anyway. Don't swallow it though, it's bad for you. I am so bad at focusing. Anyway, so I walked over and like gave him that. Okay, I was already focused on that. And then I told him, I was like, can I come back and give you my transcript once I go to my high school that's literally down the road and go get it? And he's like, yeah, sure, just bring it by like sometime like this week, okay? And I was like, okay, well I might be back like kind of soon. And I think that he thought that I meant like tomorrow. Yeah. And he was like, okay, sure, I'll just like put it in there and like she'll get it. Like he said something like, it can't be added to the folder though. And I was like really confused as to what he meant. But then I went to my high school, said hi to all my old like counselors and stuff, because I worked in the guidance office when I went to the school that I went to. I almost said the name. And I was like besties with the lady who worked at the main desk, and then like there was two counselors, and I was really good friends with this other student worker girl, and I don't talk to her much anymore, but because like we were in the same class. There's always like two student workers typically. You can do it by yourself, but it's easier to have a buddy. But most of the time it was like a study hall or like a social hour, and it was so much fun. And there was like, we would do stuff for them, like I don't know, like I don't even remember what we would do, like staple papers, like stacks of papers. There was like 2 billion the one time it felt like. But anyway, it was like so much fun. I'm like, I'll miss high school. But then I was like, heh, no I don't. Anyway, and she gave me my transcript, we talked, blah, blah, blah. She, like, put the official seal on it and, like, you know, closed the envelope. And I was like, all right, sweet. And then I was like, the bell rang for the kids to switch classes. And I literally walked out right as they were switching, and all these like this like wave of bodies like came at me, and I was like, oh god, this reminds me why I freaking am so glad that I'm in college now. And it was just so interesting because they like the school I went to, I told you, was like a Catholic school, so they all have like uniforms, and they all were like looking at my outfit like, who is this outsider? And I like didn't have a backpack on too, so I don't know, it was just funny. But it was crazy though because I felt so short. I was like, I don't remember anyone being that tall. Like, it was ridiculous. Because I feel like the freshmen when I graduated were tiny, like really tiny. And like the guys in my class were tall, and like guys in high school are kind of tall in general, but like some of them don't hit the growth spurt until like sophomore or junior year. But like all these people were tall, like the girls too. I was like, where did you people come from? The Amazon? Like what? Sorry, no offense. It was just crazy though. I was like, oh my gosh, was I seriously that small? Like, I'm only 5'3". I'm 5'3". Like, I didn't think that was that small, but apparently it is. I thought that was like average for girls though, but apparently it's not. I don't know. I wonder what the average is for dudes. Maybe it's like 5'8", 5'9". Is 6 foot average? There's no way. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'll put it in her. Anyway, but yeah, so it was nice like seeing my old teachers, and then literally I got back in my car, 7-minute drive right back to the college. It's so nice that they're by each other when it comes to stuff like that. But I mean, they're kind of, it's probably like more than 7 minutes, but whatever. They're technically on the same street, right? No, they're not. I'm lying. I was like, yeah, they totally are. No, you have to like turn. Right? Yeah. Right? No, I don't know. I genuinely can't remember. No, they're not on the same street. I'm sorry. It's like really confusing down there because like it's like a kind of college town, and there's like a couple colleges around there, but yeah. I'm totally giving away my location. No, technically it's not my location at all because like I live a far distance from the schools, so it was, I was late to my appointment this morning with the advisor because like the traffic was terrible. It was raining. There's construction because Michigan has construction on every highway ever. And I literally was supposed to have my appointment at 8:30, and your girl got there at 8:45 and probably walked in there at like, well, I parked at like 8:38, but I probably got it to her office at like 8:45, and I felt so bad. She had to reschedule me for 9, and I was like, I am such a jerk. And she said something like as I was sitting there because the computer wasn't working, and she was like, I just don't have patience. And I was like, me either. And I was like, oh god, this is so awkward. And then like the fire drill thing happened, and I like took that opportunity to be like, I'm so sorry I was late. Like, I normally don't do that. I just lost track of time, and all of a sudden my mom was like, you gotta go. And then it was raining, and I like didn't want to drive fast, and she's like, yeah, I'm just glad you got here safe. And I was like, you're so nice. She literally though was like, you should have come see me like literally 2 years ago. And I was like, yeah, I know, but never was told that. Didn't even know what your name was or that you were like the advisor for the dental program until literally yesterday when I searched the website. And the website, like, though it has the information for the people, it totally sucks. And like, if you search the dental hygiene program, like, it doesn't even tell you anything like on how to get in. It just shows you like the classes that you'll eventually take, which is nice but like annoying because you can't take those classes unless you sign up, and there's like no direction on that. But whatever, I had to like get the people's names from people in my class. Anyway, so I drove back, and like I walked back into the one office where the lady's mailbox was. I'm getting quieter because I feel like my family can hear me. Anyway, and I was like, okay, here's the transcript. And he was like, oh, you're coming back today? And I was like, yeah. I was like, my high school is right down the road from the college. He's like, that's awesome. And I was like, you're telling me. It was very convenient. I stayed for a while and chatted, but like, it was probably like half an hour span in between. Maybe not. I don't know. I talked for a while. I probably stayed there for like an hour talking, but it doesn't matter. Because the point is, he was like, okay, yeah, I can totally add this to the folder. And I was like, awesome, thank you so much. So then I got home, I emailed the lady that I talked to, and then the lady who like is the coordinator, and I was like, everything is in there. The only other thing, I don't think I'm going to say the other thing. I don't know if it's like, in terms of legality, what I'm allowed to say. I know that that sounds weird because you're like, you're going into the dental program, what else could you need? But like, there's just some other like, I don't know, security stuff that they had to do. But yeah. Like, I had to give him my social number and everything, but, like, obviously I'm not going to say that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't even know how many numbers are in it. But, yeah. Anyway, that's not how it would be. And it's clearly not what it is. Oh, my gosh. Speaking of that, there's one guy that literally was so good at, like, fraud protection that he put his social security number on, like, his billboard, and he got his identity stolen, and I think that that's the funniest thing ever. But anyway, that's, like, so random. But anywho, So yeah, I got all that crap turned in, and then I just had a few more things, and the one lady, I like told her that I had this other part that I got done today, and she was like, you don't need that yet. And I was like, I saw your email after I already did it. And she was like, okay, well, whatever. I don't think she replied, but it is crazy. And my dad was like, you should have come to me about this years ago. And I'm like, well, you know, never too late, right? But he's good at helping me. It's funny. I'm currently kind of still mad at my mom, but we're working on forgiving each other. I'm just waiting for her to say sorry. Like, some things you just need your parents for, you know what I mean? I don't know. But anyway, I think that's it. I've been talking for 15 minutes. I'm gonna have to cut this later, and someone's totally coming upstairs. So I'm gonna go work on chemistry. Thanks for listening to the story, girl. I'm so excited to go to Panic. I have to snap you about that because everything's gonna work out so perfectly. I'm like so excited. But yeah, there should be 6 of us going. Anywho, I don't know what else to say, but yeah, I've been doing good, and I'm really glad because I was like so. Oh, I didn't tell this part of the story. I was so defeated last night because I thought that I wasn't gonna like ever get into the program, but it's gonna work out. If I have to wait a year, I have to wait a year. But I'm just glad I got everything set up. So I'm on the road to my future. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Till next time, signing off.